Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Vancouver Sevens. This one, New Zealand and Spain, their opening contest of the comp. Now, they've got a relatively, I'd say, a breezy group in some regards compared to the other where we see Fiji, France, Australia, and Argentina. This one is New Zealand. They've got Spain in this group, Great Britain, and South Africa. There's probably two, if not three, real contenders. And whoever wins this game, of course, would be off to a flying start in the competition. Spain kicking this one off from left to right. And it's a good take under the high ball for Lasanga. Now, we haven't had a huge amount of time in between these games to be able to talk about the lineups of these two sides. But while New Zealand are trying to attack from inside of their own 22, I will mention they have got Rob Rush, Kitiona Vai, Tony Nashu, Kelly Lasanga, Regan Weir, Brady Rush, and Frank Vainuku as the starting lineup. Good leg strength there from Kitiona Vai. Penalty awarded to the Kiwis. They are up against a Spanish lineup that looks as follows. Manu Moreno, Joseph Ceres, Sainz Tropanga. Paul Pla is back into the Spanish team, which is fantastic to see as he's been out for a few leagues of the Sevens. Jeremy Trevithick, Jamie Manteca, and Eduardo Lopez, last man in the starting side. But New Zealand, after winning that penalty, will boot this ball into touch. New Zealand are two-time champions in Vancouver, so they'd like to back it up with another championship here. They currently sit third in the overall standings, but if Fiji, who are sitting in first, were to lose their group stage or maybe lose a semi-final, it would open up the door for New Zealand or South Africa to be able to cement a win. It won't hurt if they had a 10-minute break between games for a build-up, says Ruby. Oh, that one's going to be not straight from New Zealand at line-out time. Yeah, there's normally only about a 2-minute gap between these matches of the Sevens. So it is all out hectic pace. And just because it takes me a little bit longer to get the stream turned on and whatnot, it means that I do miss a bit of that opportunity. The next game, though, we're going to have about 3 minutes build up, hopefully, with a little bit of luck. One out throw here for Paul Pla. Goes in, but taken there by New Zealand with a clean line out steal. Round halfway, Brady Rush covering a lot of ground there. Try and be in support. Now New Zealand. Kitiona Vai. Beautiful offload from Tony Nashu into his hands. And Vai will score in the corner. Paul Pla was on him, but he still manages to get the grounding. And New Zealand strike first in this game. Although what we have seen from the last two matches is one team will score early and then the other normally fires back with a try of their own between the posts. So New Zealand have to be very careful here that they don't end up conceding straight away. Spain, not a bad team. Yeah, last year at this stage of the season, Spain were sitting, I believe, in first place. Or at least in the top three anyway. So, they are much better than their 7th ranking. Oh, that's a rough kick from the Kiwis. It's gone way off to the left. And I blame you, Hamish. I just think when supporters get to know other players through commentators like you, then they engage more with the game. Says Ruby. Yeah, these guys, they are freak athletes, every single one of these guys who are playing Sevens. I actually find it interesting, though. I know the Spanish team probably better than the Great British team now, just from the amount of games that Spain were in last year in terms of finals. Because of their great form, it actually meant that I got to learn a lot more about the side. Now, Trevithick going away to the left-hand side. Paul Pla. Still deep inside of their own half here and deep inside of their own 22 as well here for Spain. Now, Eduardo Lopez, his 40s, is currently getting his face pushed into the ground by his teammate. That's not very, very good friendship, is it? Now, Moreno, ball on the inside. Trevithick just lets it slip through his fingers. Rob Rush fires it across to the left-hand side. Now, offload there to Tony Nashu. Offloads again, bounce past to Kitiona Vai. Is it off to Regan Weir, one of the more experienced heads throughout not just this New Zealand side, but also just in general on the circuit. Kelly Lasanga looking for the risky offload. It's picked up again. This time by Frank Vainuku. Losing meters, but now cuts down the short side. Held on to by Paul Pla. Somehow keeps the ball alive, and 3 Spanish players are now off the field after they have bundled him into touch. Quick hands from New Zealand. Out to Kitiona Vai. He's already got himself one in this contest, but he's got 2 defenders in front of him. just about stays in the field of play. New Zealand all the way. Says Zion there. I wait, New Zealand scored. They certainly did. The early stage of the match with Kitty on the Vi. Now Lasanga, the quick stepper. There's number 41 on his back. All thought about popping the ball up to Rob Rush. He joins the breakdown instead. Now left-hand side again. Seemed like the option. Spinning was Tony Nyashu. A little bit indecisive in the attack at the moment for the Kiwis. Oh my word, I'm still reeling over the fact that Italy just beat England. What an insane game and what an insane weekend of rugby, says Josiah. It has been absolutely crazy so far. Regan Ware receives the offload. And the second try of the contest now for New Zealand. It's a good lead. First time in this competition so far for the men's that we have seen a side score twice in a row when it is the first 2 tries. 6 minutes through this first half. New Zealand building up a good foundation here to be able to really drive home in the second 7. Got another game just around the corner up against Great Britain. That is happening in about 3 hours' time. That'll be one to keep an eye on as well. One's going to be kicked over. Or was it? No, just missed away to the side, in fact. So the score remains at 10-0 for New Zealand here. We will take those extra 2 away. There we go. New Zealand kicking this one off. Oh, drop ball again from Spain, and it will be the penalty to New Zealand for accidental offside. And try, let's go, says Josiah there. All right, scrum down. Okay, New Zealand currently don't have all their players in the scrum. In fact, I don't even think they realised that was going to be a scrum. I know Spain says JP Roots. New Zealand will smash Spain, says Zion. The big thing for New Zealand will be to win this game without giving Spain a bonus point. Because those bonus points are something that can cost a side later on in the group. I know that New Zealand wasn't last competition, only had the 1 win, but because of their bonus points, that was what propelled them through to the next stage. This is insane how many games now for you. We've still got another 6, I think, or somewhere around there for today. And that's not including the Cricket World Cup final, and then also after that, all the sevens that is happening as well. Now, Eduardo Lopez running away to the left-hand side, passes on the outside to Jeremy Trevor Thick. Monteka showing off the step. New Zealand trying to be relentless in that breakdown. Eduardo Lopez does well, though, to keep that ball on his team's side. Now a little flick pass. Sainz Trapanga trying to bust through, gets round 2. He's a dangerous man with the ball in hand, but he's just passed it forward. And that will end out this contest, or at least the first half anyway. 10 points to 0 for New Zealand. We will add the halftime board. There we go. Still another game just around the corner taking place between South Africa and Great Britain. Then we've got a few hours where there is a bit of a spell. And then straight after that, we're into about 3 or 4 more games, I believe, of the 7. See you rockers later. Thanks, Amish. I'm going to go crash on my duvet. I have to go early morning for a hike. So hopefully it does go well. How many games did England lose now? They have lost 3 in a row for this English side. So, of course, the last thing that they would have wanted is the streak to go from winning straight to losing. But it is the situation they're in now. They've got to try and find a way of regrouping and, trying to understand what's really going wrong for them in this case. 7 minutes left in this contest. Regan Ware, the man who is leading in terms of the team talk now. Trying to get everyone to switch on, be ready for what will be an eventful second half. Players are already feeling it in terms of fatigue, and we are only 7 minutes in. If you do the T20 final in Hindi, we will know you really need some sleep, says Ruby. I just hope it's a good final. Like the last thing, what's the weather report for it? Imagine if it rains. Surely not. Well, we're at halftime in this one. I guess it is kind of relevant in this case because of the fact that we are covering the New Zealand T20 final. It's at Narendra Modi Stadium. There we go. Narendra Modi Stadium weather. What we got at the moment. Weather report. She's going to be fine. very warm though, by the looks of it. It's going to be the peak of about 38 degrees Celsius, but kicked off long and low from New Zealand, bouncing the ball into touch. Very nice kickoff. Get the territory game going. Do you think France will win Saturday? Did France beat England? So they are playing on Saturday, those two sides. I think it's going to be a great one. And hopefully very competitive. Like, as long as the 3 games that take place on the last round of the Six Nations are close, I'm going to be more than happy. England need a new coach ASAP. The squad looks good. They just outplayed every game, says Richard. Are you from England, Richard, out of curiosity? Because if you are, I'd love to know your opinion on Scott Robertson for England coach. Because it was something that we mentioned about on that last live stream. He isn't allowed to for a little while, but I believe he is allowed maybe an assistant coaching role. So maybe you could be an assistant coach to then be the main World Cup coach. Now running down the wing here, I believe it's going to be Paul Pla trying to go towards the corner. He has been caught nicely. Trevor Thick passes it back. Paul Pla again. They've got numbers. Manu Moreno, if they can get it out to him, he will score this 9 times out of 10. Zane Strapanga goes to him. Moreno does get over. And Spain start the second half in an emphatic fashion with a try of their own. 12 points to 5. With about 5 minutes remaining on the clock now. And that's Human, says Ruby. No New Zealand, Robertson, a great choice. Because it was rumoured a couple of years ago before he actually got the All Blacks job, wasn't it, that he was looking at a potential England coaching role. And I actually think it would be fantastic to see him in there. 05 says, what's up, guys? And also me from South Africa says, JP. You support which team in the T20 World Cup? Well, I am from New Zealand, so of course I should be supporting the Kiwis, but I'm pretty decent at going down the middle for the game, so that's what we'll try and do for that match between New Zealand and India. Whether or not it stays that way when it gets close and the World Cup's on the line might be a different story, definitely with sleep deprivation, but we'll see. I have a Black Caps kit. I could even wear it, but that would get me in trouble, I think. Paul Pla looking for the kick in behind, taken by Frank Vainuku inside of his in-goal area. I believe it is taken back, so it is a 5-metre scrum for Spain. They've been a bit of a bogey team for this New Zealand side over the last 24 months or so. Mate, I've been busy all evening, missed the matches. What the hell are these Six Nations result? They are crazy. JP, that is what it is. But they make for a very good last round of the competition, which is fantastic. And try. See, there's Ruth in there as well. One second, we'll go like this. And like that as well. Enjoy your Super Rugby coverage. I don't have Sky, thanks, mate. Says Richard. No worries at all. And we are going to be back for more games next weekend. That Brumbies Red game was a bit of a weird one with the lightning delay, but there's still some great matches taking place next week too. Manu Moreno. Oh, that was an ankle buster there. This turf, as difficult as it is to get your grip, sometimes your boot can kind of get stuck and cause all sorts of ankle injuries. Nice run from Eduardo Lopez. He goes through, scores the try, and Spain now have the potential of taking the lead up against the Kiwis. They do it time and time again. New Zealand think that they've got this game in control, but Spain just are the thorn in their side that just do not give up. Please give us a breakdown of the Six Nations, who's in the finals. So currently there are 3 sides in the Six Nations who can win. Ireland, Scotland, and France. If Scotland do win up against Ireland, whatever they have done to win, France need to do or get better. And then that would be that France win. But if France win up against England with a bonus point, France secure the Six Nations. And kia ora from New Zealand, do you know who between New Zealand and India T20 final? That's going to be a tough game because India have shown some great form throughout this T20 World Cup. New Zealand, though, that batting partnership of Finn Allen and also Tim Seifert, like that was a match-changing innings and a tournament-changing innings for Finn Allen. Now, Rob Rush running forward, but we are going to be covering it on the channel, Delphina. So be sure to check that out, even though it's at 2:30 a.m. New Zealand time. It's a bit of a rough one. Oh, breaking the line now. Tony Nashu passes to Lasanga on the outside. Pure pace there from the Spanish player off the bench. Lasanga trying to dodge him. Currently the Spanish, they are leading in this contest. Look like an illegal clean-out almost on one of the Spanish guys in the breakdown. New Zealand, good attacking chance. Though they give up the ball. Taken back by Spain. Passed on the outside. Just a bit of game management here from the Spanish. And I Spain says JP. And which team do you think will win? I think that Spain, they are a really tough side for New Zealand to get past, although the Kiwis in a good position on the field. Penalty, though, goes against Rob Rush. India putting 250 up against England was crazy. Do you know what was more crazy, though? The fact that England almost chased it down. Like, what did England have? 245 runs or something like that. Like, there's no time that a side gets that many and loses. But this World Cup has had quite the up and down roller coaster of the matches. But yeah, I don't know if New Zealand could have maybe chased 250 with the way that Allen was striking the ball. Though it's crazy to think he would have even had to go a little bit further up in the run rate to be able to get there. Now, line out here for the Spanish. 70 seconds remaining is the URC next week, just the one. What did Nick say? I don't think oh no, he's got Vamos España, so that is go Spain. Cheers, bro. Thanks for the info. Cheers, Delfina there. No worries. Now, thrown in Spain in possession. New Zealand need to get this ball back. The closing moments. It would not be the first time that they've been able to score right at the end of a contest. Regan Ware wrestling him down. Bit of a counter-ruck there from the Kiwis, and they get the penalty, New Zealand. 55 seconds remaining. Rob Rush goes away to the left. Dylan Collier. Now, Lasanga. Another step here on the inside for New Zealand. Come on, Spain, because I live in Spain, says Nick. Yeah, they are probably due for a high result in a sevens competition. Well, you know how to speak Spanish. I only know like those 2 or 3 words. Knock on from New Zealand. 30 seconds remaining, and the Spanish doing a bit of side shuffling. Big shot coming in there from the Kiwis, but the ball's still on the side of Spain. They're retreating towards their own goal line here, trying to find a way of closing out the clock. There's still much time remaining, though. 12 seconds will feel like a very long time for the Spanish team. Ball's still there, waiting for it on the clock. They're looking up here, Spain. Going back into the pocket, running it into the in-goal area. Big tackle there from New Zealand over the ball. Can they get the steal? No, Spain win the penalty, and they'll take out the first contest of this group. But a big moment there for Spain. They have done it again. New Zealand up by 10 to lose 10-12. They'll get the bonus point, which is something that they've been able to use to their advantage, but that is a great win for Spain. Now another game around the corner. They will be watching it closely. South Africa versus Great Britain. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are back for that next game between South Africa and GB in about 1 minute's time. So I will see you all for the next one.